Back with the Hardy Complex. Thank you guys for tuning in there and waiting over the commercial break. So there was the obviously the announcement made last week, or at least a number of days ago, by myself and Alix Kelly over the Letter to Yesterday Instagram account. We were not able to post it up to Twitter. Our Twitter account went down, so we worked to get that restored, and we just managed to get it restored last night, but by that point in time, people had already heard about the news, so we didn't need to kind of waste our breath. But yes, the news was, I guess, that a lot of people were expecting, was confirmed, yeah. Alix Kelly, or 1739, the guitarist, as you may know him as when it comes down to the little name change, I guess. He will no longer be with Letter to Yesterday. Just overall different schedules that really do not offer themselves well to the band, offer themselves well to the project. It's kind of a case of the fact that our schedules were very much of a conflict towards the greater interest of the band. We have tried to get it kind of on track ever since we were in the good stages of the band. We were getting everything ready and set to go back in December of 2017. So it's a case of from July until December of 2017, July 2017 to December 2017, when we were establishing the band and signaling for the rights and so on and so forth. We looked for band members in that span of time. We decided to have it just be a duo group and have it be kind of like a two-person project and piece, to kind of have it be, not leaning in the direction of one individual's certain musical flavor or wish or desire. We could kind of balance it out. But obviously the schedules didn't work out like that. I have unitards with all of its little subdivisions, Wrestle Target, Litters to Schools, the little projects I have going on elsewhere. So there's, that on my side, as well as the music and as well as the wrestling, and, it is school as well, and just kind of takes up a lot of time, as you can imagine. And then you have Alix, and he's got his little business, his clothing brand and his clothing business, and his little ventures, plus his work and his college education. It's a lot to kind of take on, especially when we put ourselves in a position to release an EP by the end of the year. We obviously tried very, very, very hard to kind of get everything on the right track, get everything recorded, get everything written down, at least put out by December so we can have an EP out. Even if that meant we didn't have time to make an album for the next 2 or 3 years, we'd at least have something out for people to enjoy, and then once we release something else, they could come back to it and enjoy that. Schedules didn't work out. A lot of people wanted me to talk about it, kind of give my side of the story on it. There's not much of a side of the story to tell. It was a case of the schedule, the scheduling that we both had, what we both had on our plate and on our table, did not necessarily work out with the other. We could never really have a free time where we could sit down and record something, sit down and write something, sit down and at least put pen to paper, or bleed onto a pad. There was no way to kind of do that because we had no time to do that. Whenever Alix would be in Stratford, I would be in Syracuse. Whenever he would be in Waterbury, I'd be in Port Washington. Whenever he'd be in Port Washington, I'd be in Stratford. Whenever I'd be in Stratford, he'd be in fucking Boston. It was kind of a case of we're just all over the fucking place, and there was no real time to kind of sit down and put everything together. So, we made a conscious effort with the fact that I came up with the Letter to Yesterday project, had all the rights and signals to it, and also was able to kind of do everything all at once. I had more time than him, shockingly. We kind of decided, especially since Alix wanted to go a different direction, kind of step out of music for a little bit, we decided to go forth with that. So Letter to Yesterday is obviously still going to continue on. There will still be a future, as I said a number of days ago. It will just now be a solo project with myself. It'll kind of be like a second Hardy-ack, but a different genre, a different way of writing things, and also 5 fucking years apart. We're kind of, or I'm branching into whatever the hell I want to do, whether it'll be versatile music and genres and so on and so forth, and see what I can get away with and stretch boundaries that I wish to stretch. But I'm just taking it one step at a time. I'm kind of trying to get everything written and recorded, but also kind of put everything in the background as well to it. So obviously I announced that the Ballad of the Great Divide will be released later on. It'll be delayed, as well as the EP, while we kind of figure things out. The original plan was to release the EP, go on a couple of short tours, and then start recording a new album, but obviously that can't really happen with the former lineup. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people have asked what this means for live performances and what this means for anything else. And for that, I really don't know what to say. It's kind of a case of, I said that at least until the conclusion of the 6284 EP, it would be remaining a solo project. So, I mean, I could hire musicians to play live with me over that span of time, and in the middle of the 6284 EP to, our debut album kind of span, we can add in touring musicians and kind of break a couple of them off into recording musicians as well, or actually part of the band, like the actual band, the inner circle of the band. At that point in time, we can kind of talk about that. But for now, it'll remain a solo project, and we have no touring members in mind in particular. So let me hear if you want to kind of pair up for that kind of shit. But yeah, from now until that point in time, there will be no live music. There will be no whatever. It'll just kind of be my mindset focusing on the solo project and focusing on getting everything written and recorded and released, and then we can take it step by step from there. I have no clue what the future after that has in store, whether it'll be a debut album or EP. Debut album or LP. I don't know whether it'll be a live tour or whether I'll continue down the road of music in terms of releasing EP and then album and album and album. I don't know what that future holds. Well, we're just taking it one step at a time. So that's that, and I wanted to kind of let everybody know that there's definitely been some interest in people wanting me to kind of speak about the whole case and give my little input on it. So there's my input, and yeah, Alix and I are still good friends. We still talk on a regular occasion. We still check in, but when it comes down to it, we weren't able to work everything out with that band. So I'm definitely open to working with him with the band in the future, if he ever gets the opportunity. But for now, we're moving forward with the band as my solo project. So that's really all I have to say on that. There's not much of an update. The Ballad of the Great Divide is gotten down and recorded. I'm just not able to release it at the moment, in the fact that the EP is getting delayed, and that was the whole point of releasing the Ballad of the Great Divide, as kind of like a jog up to the EP. But we'll kind of take it one step at a time and see how it goes forward. I've said that a million times now. I'm kind of getting repetitive. Let's just knock out this commercial right now and head into the next topic of conversation right then and there. All right. Hardy Complex back in 60.